have to talk to the landlady or no? Best of luck with your investigation, dear. If you have any questions, I'll answer to the best of my ability. Lovely. Anyway, first floor hallway. Thank you for finding my remaining charge safe and sound. Thank you. You're welcome, I guess. Thank you for finding my daughter. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Okay, stop. I'm embarrassed. I only wish that Anna was as safe and sound as her sister. Well, it's too late for that, buddy. I'm sorry. You know, I don't actually recall hiring a detective, but I'm so glad that you arrived. Huh? It wasn't you who hired me? I'm guessing the landlady did. You don't know who called you? Not really. I mean, I couldn't recognize the voice over the phone. That's what I meant. Maybe it was the landlady. Landlady? The owner of this place. She's the only one who didn't know Anna after all. It's only reasonable to think that she was likely of the soundest mind, I guess. I don't know. That's weird. Who is this landlady that you're speaking of? I never spoke with any owner. I rented this place out by speaking with a man over the phone. With a mistake, this whole thing turned out to be... Huh? You don't? Never mind, it's nothing important. Huh? If you say so, you're the detective, after all. I'm still counting on you. Please help my daughter find peace. Alrighty then. Interesting. Anna, I still can't believe it. I know. Thank you for finding my girlfriend. Can the two of us leave now? Not yet. Please stay here until I've sorted everything out. So you still suspect me, huh? Fine. Wow. Okay. This door is locked. With the master key, though, that shouldn't be a problem. Huh? Where is it? This isn't funny. Was I pickpocketed or did I drop it? Well, this is a delightful surprise. We gotta find the master key. What if the guy stole it or the landlady? Oh, there's a mask in here. It's a mask. Could this be the one the victim's sister mentioned? It was hardly hidden. Was anyone ever in this room besides the uncle? I don't know. Everyone's acting sus. Thank you for finding my oldest niece. What a relief. Oh, that strange thing. It's been sitting there on the table since I got here. But I have no idea how it ended up in this room. It was actually one of Anna's birthday gifts. It was? Yeah, she had quite a few cheapskate friends. She was lucky her dad was so well off. He gave her much better gifts. But I guess it doesn't matter now. Can you prove that the mask had already been moved here by the time you came in? Not really. Is there a reason I should have to? I see, never mind. I talked to the victim's father. He says he doesn't remember speaking with or seeing you. He rented this place from a man over the phone. I see, that's not terribly surprising. My presence isn't particularly noticeable. And I've been mistaken for a man once or twice before over the phone. Really? Her voice sounds feminine to me. I'm guessing the landlady is a ghost. Oh, we gotta show the mask to the girl and her boyfriend or wherever they're at. I forgot. That's definitely the mask the shooter wore. Wretched thing. Where did you find it? It was in the living area. I see. You and Anna slept in the first bedroom upstairs, correct? I noticed that the beds were still made even though you got up to use the bathroom. Is there any particular reason? Oh, is that odd? We're simply very tidy. Why, making the bed every time we get up is practically an instinct for the both of us. Was there someone else here? That's a little odd. I don't remember seeing anyone. I don't suppose those ghost stories could be, nah, never mind. Maybe I have to ask everyone about the landlady's identity. I don't believe there's anything left I haven't said. Can you please just have some space for a while? I don't really feel well. Okay, Nanny's acting sus. Landlady, I'm afraid I don't know who you're talking about. Was there someone else here? Looks like no one knows about this landlady. You've already told me about the incident. But what were you doing the rest of the evening? Oh, well, I was with my boyfriend, of course. I thought I went to bed at 9, just like Dad always insists. Naturally, that was before getting up to use the restroom and being attacked. Did you see your sister much during the party? Did anything seem off with her? I didn't actually see her much before bed, I'm afraid. I was busy with my own things. Had I known that this would be my last night with her. Is there anyone who might have wanted to hurt your sister or your family? No, not as far as I know, at least. Okay. I think we showed everything. Now we just gotta discuss. Can you tell me where you've been this evening? Where were you when you heard the gunshot? I've been with my girl all evening, honest. Well, until she went to bed at 9 anyway. I was just hanging out in the main lobby when I heard it. Her father and Nanny were there. Did you notice anything strange about Anna during the party? Look, I never spent much time with that spoiled brat, alright? She wasn't the sibling I'm interested in. Well, I understand that. Can you think of anyone who might have held a grudge against Anna? How the hell would I know? I barely knew the kid. How about your girlfriend? No, nothing on this level. This whole thing is insane. All of you were acting pretty sus. I'm disappointed and suspicious of all you. Can you tell me about the rest of the evening from the time you arrived here up till the incident? What were you doing? We arrived at the mansion around 4. There were many more guests earlier in the day. I spent the majority of the evening talking with them. We had dinner, cake, and presents at roughly 6 p.m. If memory serves correctly. All that it was right back to talking. We all drank a bit. Even after the majority of the guests left, I still relaxed in the main lounge. Our nanny and that wretched boy who hangs around my girl were there too when I heard the gun. I never actually saw either of my girls much during the party. I should have been more diligent. It was Anna's birthday after all. And now, I won't see her again. Did you notice anything unusual in the way Anna behaved recently? How was she during the party? Sir? There was something. I didn't pay much notice at the time. Oh Lord, how I should have. Please, sir, tell me what it was. It was around 7 p.m., I believe. I was talking with the rest of the guests when Anna came up to me and asked if we could speak. I don't know what it was about, but I was enraged in the conversation. I can't imagine what could have been more important than my Anna now, and told her to run along. What could she have wanted to tell me? I'm so sorry. Jesus. Is there anyone who might have wanted to hurt your daughter or your family? Well, my company, it's, let's just say there are certain people who aren't particularly pleased with me right now, but certainly no one here. And those of us who are left are the only ones who were present during the incident, as far as I know. She was close to both my brother and her nanny. They wouldn't want to hurt her. The only one I'm not particularly fond of is my older daughter's boyfriend. But I never saw him as someone capable of hurting my girls. Not like this. A bit seedy, perhaps, but not a murderer. I'm at a loss. Oh, so it's the boyfriend! Interesting. What were you doing during the party? Where were you when you heard the shots? The party started normally enough. I prepared dinner in the kitchen from between 4 and 5 p.m. The girls did help me with that. Oh, that's nice. Afterwards, I served it and set up the cake and presents at about 6. I simply conversed with the rest of the guests once dinner and cake were over. I wasn't as responsible as I should have been. I drank a lot, actually. I did a rather poor job of watching the girls, aside from escorting them to bed. I didn't see a lot of either of them after dinner. I was with their poor father and that schoolboy when I heard the gun. How I wish I could begin the night again. I would never take my eyes off Anna. Was anything off about Anna during the party? I never saw much of her. I'm afraid I failed in my responsibilities. Can you think of anyone who might bear a grudge against Anna or the family? Nothing springs to mind. I mean, there's the shadier aspects to my master's company, but no one here is involved in that. Well, that's good to know. Oh yeah, we gotta talk to the uncle. I'm pretty sure those 3 options are available now. What were you doing during the party? Where were you when you heard the shots? Well, for one thing, I drank. Boy, did I drink. So in other words, nothing unusual. I did a lot of talking alongside my brother. I came down with a bit of a headache at around 8, though. After that, I came in here to rest for a while. I needed some time to myself, and I've been planning to sleep on the couch here tonight. I was still here when the gunshots went off. Was anything off about Anna during the party? There was. She came to me late this evening while I was resting here in this room. It was about 8:30, I think. She says she wanted to talk. I don't know what it was about, but she seemed rather upset. Nervous almost. But I was too drunk to pay her any notice. I brushed her off. Oh, I wasn't there when she needed me. What would she have said, I wonder? Would she still be alive? Can you think of anyone who might have bear a grudge against Anna or the family? Unless my brother's business problems crept into the party, no one comes to mind. Are we supposed to ask the landlady now? I mean, we do have to find the key that I lost, which isn't fun. I've heard that this house is supposedly haunted by a jealous woman seeking out children. Since you're the owner, you must know more about it, right? Oh, chasing ghosts now, are you? I'm sure there are more solid leads you could be putting your time into. Nonetheless, I suppose it couldn't hurt. Several guests claim to have seen a woman walking in the halls at night. Like the one you described? Her name was Miss Margarine, a single mother who hung herself after her only child died from illness. Oh, that's very sensitive. Well, that sucks. People like to make things frightening. It's human nature, but I wouldn't worry about it if I were you. If there are ghosts here, they're harmless.
Are you sure about that?
Can you think of anyone who might have had a grudge against the victim or the family? I have no true knowledge of the family or the victim. Well, what about you? If you're still asking whether I have a motive, I don't believe I do. What would I have to gain from murdering my customer's daughter? Was there anything off about Anna during the party? I was neither part of the party nor of the family, dear. How would I know? True, I guess. What were you doing during the party? Where were you when you heard the shots? I'm simply the owner. I have no part in the party, and I wasn't invited to. I simply passed time in the front courtyard outside. It was a lovely summer evening. I only came inside when I heard the gunshots and the resulting commotion. Okay. I've collected quite a bit of info. Now, I doubt that I'm going to be able to get much more from anyone here. Maybe it's time I try and cut the suspects list in half. With everything I learned so far, 3 stand out as the most suspicious. Can I save? Oh, I can't. Uh-oh. I can't save right now. This is bad. I want to save. The sister's boyfriend? No, I don't believe it's him. Aside from his snippy attitude, there's nothing that pins him to the crime. For one thing, both the victim's father and the nanny mentioned seeing him when the gunshots went off. Their stories match up. I don't know. I wish I saved. I saved a while ago, so if I fail, I have to do everything again from the last save, which kinda sucks. The landlady, obviously. What was it about her that was suspicious? Ghost stories? Oh, shit. That's all I would know. Oh, that's right, and that's not all. There was something else. Oh yeah, her identity. That's right. Yes, the landlady. No evidence connects her to the crime, but the fact that the others never seem to notice her presence is odd enough. She had ample opportunity and has no solid alibi. The remaining two most suspicious people are... I would assume the boyfriend, but the detective mentioned earlier that he hasn't really done anything. The sister? That's right, and that's not all. There was something else. Oh. Am I getting this right without realizing? We got the location. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes, the sister. One thing that's certain is that she was at the scene of the crime. If she was telling the truth, then she's innocent. But if she isn't... The final suspicious person is... I would have to say the father or the uncle. The father, no, I don't believe it's him. His handgun was used, but anyone could have grabbed it out of his briefcase, and nothing else points to him hurting his girls. For one thing, both the nanny and his daughter's boyfriend mentioned seeing him when the gunshots went off. Oh, it has to be the uncle then. I mean, he did say he got drunk. So, yes, the uncle. Not only were his boots used during the crime, the mask the killer was supposedly wearing was also found in the room where he was resting or whatever. Perhaps even more notably, he was alone when the gunshots went off. No one else mentioned seeing him. He had no solid alibi. Alright, I narrowed it down to the uncle, sister, or the landlady. The sister did say that the killer was a man, supposedly, so I guess the uncle did it. But there's one thing I'm lacking in all three other cases, a motive. Let's see what I can do about that. But I'm not quite sure where else to look. A shame that I lost the master key. Oh, God! You again? Don't look so dismayed. I'm here to help you, you know. I noticed that the doors to the kitchen and the dining room were locked, so I did a bit of digging and happened to find this. Oh, thanks. It's not the master key, but it should get you inside those two rooms, since they're still locked. I'm taking the liberty of assuming that you lost the ladder. Yeah, unfortunately. What's with you anyway? What do you mean, dear? Don't play dumb. You're constantly butting into my business, yet no one else has made mention of you. Why then perhaps I'm the mansion's ghost. Oh, thanks for admitting it. Ha! That was a joke, dear. Please make haste with the rest of your investigation, alright? After all, the sun is about to come up. Suspicious! The landlady is sus. Well, at least I've got the key to work with now. Let's wrap this up. Alright everyone, I think I'm gonna leave this part here. This part is pretty long, but I think I'll cut it in half. But yeah, anyways guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I guess I will see you all next time in another happy birthday video, or whatever I make next. Goodbye for now.